Nick, you looked out of gas at the end. How do you feel about this win?
Well, I was gassed at the end. That's a good reason. But yeah, I feel good about this win for sure. Court McGee's a very, very tough customer, and I knew this, that he gets stronger as the fight goes on. And yeah, that's just something you got to deal with when you fight a guy like Court.
When the final bell went, how did you feel about it? What did you think was going to happen?
Well, you know what? Like, I think it's pretty clear that he won round 3, but I thought that I, very slightly had a round 1 and 2. But you never know in those kind of things. When you leave it to the judges, anything can happen.
How tough was it to get through that third round? What got you through that?
He was on me like a big ape, wasn't he? So it was very tough to get through that round 3. He was definitely going for it. He's going for a KO. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Just keep moving, keep throwing back, and see what happens.
And how much did the crowd motivate you?
Man, the crowd has been incredible here in Calgary. I couldn't have done it without them. And without all the support that I've gotten, it wouldn't have been able to happen.
How nervous were you going into the ring?
I was not nervous going into the ring. I just, again, I trained very hard for this. Obviously, I needed to, and it worked out.
Was it your game plan to stay on your feet the majority of the time?
Yeah, you know what? I actually didn't plan on, getting a takedown or even going for one on Court. Court is a very good wrestler. I just didn't. I didn't see that was going to happen. I mean, obviously, it's MMA. You train for it. These takedown attempts, they do happen. I mean, sometimes you're in a bad spot and you just want to get it down, right?
Have you looked in the mirror?
I'm looking good. I know.
Obviously, you took some damage. Was there any point in the fight though where he was close to taking you out?
You know what? I definitely took some damage. I don't feel like I was, ready to go out or anything like that. Again, it was just kind of one of those things. Okay, just keep going, keep pushing, keep moving, and keep firing back.
And conversely, were there times where you thought, "Oh man, I almost have him"?
No, I didn't feel like I really had Court at any point. But however, I remember when I broke his nose. I thought that was a good time to just put some of the pressure on him, right? But he wasn't really giving me any availability for he kept moving as well, so it was hard to go for anything too substantial.
You talked about in the pre-fight interviews how much you guys have both grown and changed since your days on The Ultimate Fighter. How much was Court like the old Court today, and how much was he a new Court?
Actually, I felt like he was nothing like the old Court. If anything, he's just gotten stronger. More pig-headed, more. I guess more aggressive. His hands are definitely a lot stronger than back when we fought on The Ultimate Fighter.
And any looks you thought you showed him tonight that he may have been surprised with?
Well, when I was on Ultimate Fighter, I don't think I had any ability to move. It was very much a stationary Muay Thai, kind of a stand-up striker. What I've added to my game is a lot better, footwork and more head movement, for sure.
Could you tell us what you think you did in rounds 1 and 2 in order for you to get this decision?
Well, I think it was just more or less, providing movement and. Whereas he was working very hard and pushing forward, I think that I was able to, outmove him and then get crisper shots.
So much anticipation, hype around this fight. How rewarding is it to get this result?
With all the anticipation that I had for this fight, for me to pick up a W on it, it's very, very, very rewarding. I can't even describe how rewarding it was.
And with the win under your belt, what do you think is next?
Well, you know what? I think I'm going to. I don't know what's going to be next for me right now, but I'm going to take the week off, kind of thing. Get back into the gym and just start working on my game again. Evaluate what I did right, what I did wrong, and start working from there.
It's kind of been billed as kind of a chapter for both of you guys, an open chapter. Is this the end of the book, or is this?
Well, I think for me and Court, it might, it's the end of the book. However, I don't think it was I think it's over for me and him for right now. But, again, I consider him a good person and a good friend. you know, who knows? I think if we both stay on a winning streak or something, who knows? We'll probably meet again. You know, I think the court is definitely tough enough to fight for a title, and you know, if assuming I get that far too, I mean, who knows? Like maybe we could be, you know, again someday meet up.
You had Brett walk you out. How did that get all hooked
Oh
up?
man, I can't believe it. Like I had Brett the Hitman Hart walking me out. I remember when I was just a little kid watching him on WWF. You know, it was a great honor. I mean, you know, Bret Hart, you know, especially at that time, he was one of the very few local Canadian, you know, icons of the day. And you know, here he is. He's actually walking me out. I mean, he's somebody I consider a friend. I mean, I can't believe it.
Did you consider using his theme, even though the guy in the pre-pre's used it?
No.
Did he give you any words of advice when you were coming out?
You know, Brett. Yeah, he just said, "Work hard, brother," and you know, he just wished me luck. You know, again, I mean, like the support I felt from him. I mean, he like, you know, I really appreciated having him there, and he's been a good friend ever since I met him. First time I met him was back in December, and yeah, he's been nothing but great with me.
Did you get to talk to the little girl from the incident before you fought?
I did. I got to talk to the girl that I say from the robbery that happened maybe about a month ago. Her name is Anna. Yeah, like I have not seen her since that whole you know, disgusting scene happened. You know, this time we got to meet under some more normal circumstances. You know, I got to, you know, I met her dad, and you know, we got to kind of go over what happened in that situation, and you know, I just said, hey, well, good luck, girl. Like, you know, thank you for coming out and you know, supporting me in my fight. You know, thank you for accepting the invitation. She, you know, ever since that incident happened, she's been very scared to, you know, even leave the house. That was. For those of you guys who don't know, that was an unprovoked attack. She did not know who those people were. They were just walking by. They started making faces, and then they started beating them up. You know, it's ridiculous, like this day and age, that we have to put up with this kind of stuff. But you know, it's nonsense. And you know, if again, I've said this before, but if you see anything in your community going on like that, you know, I suggest you put a solid stop to it. All it takes is a phone call, guys. So. You know, and in this case, I mean, I was really happy to actually meet the victim and see that she was all right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.